toasting, joking too. Sipping and roasting is what we do. Light 'em up, drink 'em down. Whiskey and cigars all around. Cheers, y'all.
That sounds like a party just about to happen, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this fine radio program, podcast, and video extravaganza known internationally as the world-famous Smokin' and Toastin'. Our program is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. We are here for show number 467. 6-7.
No.
You knew it was coming, right? Yeah, 6-7. Show number 467. We're going to talk today about red flags at breweries that scream, "Don't drink here."
Yes, like a nothing but IPAs on the menu.
Well, see, I knew you were going to go there. My first one would be just like if you show up and they're like, "Yeah, we're out of most of our beers."
Yes.
Yeah. Like, okay. And what's left may have been in the keg for a little while too long. So, but no, we'll talk about that. There are some red flags if you show up at a brewery you haven't been to before and you notice certain things. It might be good to get back in the car and keep going.
And drive on.
Yeah, drive on. Don't drink here. So we'll talk about that. The lists are coming fast and furious now for last year's best cigars, last year's best whiskeys. We'll try to take a look at some of those as we go. And we'll be doing some tasting here on the program as well from Allstadt Brewery in Fredericksburg.
I love everything they make.
Fredericksburg, Texas. We'll be trying, and I'm sure you've tried it before, but their Helles Lager will be on today's program.
Dude, that place is awesome. You're like out in wine country, in hill country in Texas, and you're like driving your lonely road, and then a freaking castle.
Oh, I love that. I haven't been to Allstadt. That sounds fun.
You come around the bend, there's a freaking castle.
In the middle
and it's
of
full of beer.
In a castle in Fredericksburg, Texas.
Yeah.
See, that's the German influence because they came here from Europe and castles were like a big deal.
There's like hundreds of thousands of castles. You do that
they also
in
serve
every
German fare there.
Yeah.
And it's really good.
You can get a pretzel, a little bratwurst.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sounds good. From Solace Brewing Company in Sterling, Virginia, we'll be trying their hazy IPA called Partly Cloudy. And from Cincinnati, Ohio. And I love the name of this brewery so much. I hope this beer is good because I want it to be because I like the name of the brewery. It's Wandering Monsters Brewing Company.
Nice.
That's just so good. We'll be trying their Viator Obscura. It's an Imperial Stout with all kinds of interesting things done to it. So we'll look for that. And from St. Lucia. St. Lucia Distillers Chairman's Reserve Rum is on the menu today, so we'll be sampling that. So a lot of cool stuff happening on the prog today.
I'm for it.
All right, good.
I noticed we got our intro back, by the way.
Yeah.
Last week, as the first show recorded in the new year, we kind of were a little loose on our intro.
Yeah, well, it happens. When you haven't, we've taken a couple of weeks off, and some of those weeks involved drinking that wasn't on the show.
Right.
Sometimes the memory
extracurricular, outside of work activities.
That's right, outside of work. We do enough drinking on the show. We get to consider everything outside the show as extracurricular. Speaking of drinking, we have a segment on the show that is actually the most popular one that we do. It's called Drinking News, and it is a place where we bring you a story from the news that is sometimes, but not always, about drinking. But it is always best enjoyed if you've been drinking. We have a teaser headline for you today. The Drinking News teaser headline is Waking Up with the Home on Fire. And while we're at teaser headlines, we'll bring you a drunken fact here in just a few moments. This is something that you can kind of remember, tuck away in a corner of your brain somewhere, and the next time you're at a party, people are starting to get a little loose. You want to sound like you know things and drop some knowledge. You can drop one of these true facts. Today's teaser for the drunken fact, teaser headline is, Honey, I enjoy jam bands as much as the next person, but we've got milk in the fridge that's going to expire. Yeah. So we'll look forward to that. Tell you about some cigars to watch for. As we mentioned, red flags at breweries that should send you running. And, of course, more of these lists. There's so many cigar lists coming out. We've got one from Enthusiast Report. We've got one from Cigar Snob. Their top list of cigars for the last year. Yeah, I do too. That's an enjoyable mag. It's the only one that I actually actively subscribe to right now. I'll buy some of the others like issue by issue, but that one I subscribe to. It's always fun when it comes in the mail.
I still like the physical feeling of a magazine. Like
there's something about it. I know, I have subscription where I could go and read the whole cigar issue on my iPad, and I read almost everything on the iPad. Right. But when that magazine comes, I like to leaf through it.
There's something about the tactile feel of having the magazine in hand.
And when you open the page where they've done the cigar reviews, and there's 8 cigars from top to bottom of the page, it's like, oh, these all look so good. Must try.
The triple page fold out of cigar.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Cigar Snob is one of those that they always have a center area in the magazine that's sexy women smoking cigars. It's not like Playboy. It's not nude, but they're sexy women smoking cigars. And I literally go to the cigar reviews first. And then go back to the...
So you get it for the articles.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying. I get it for the articles. So nice to have everybody here. We poured already, or I have poured, I should say, because I was the one that brought it in, the beverage of mystery here, and I'm already frightened. It is a
mysterious blue.
I'm frightened just by the color, I must say.
Sweet tart blue.
Terry, you want to play our little intro and get us started here?
The beverage of mystery.
Only one of us knows what the beverage of mystery is. That's the person what brung it. Today, that is me.
It's blue raspberry something.
It is blue.
They have these new Skittles drinks I see, and they have this they're colored, but they also have this pastelness about them. It looks kind of like a
I like that. I like Skittles as much as the next person, but do we need a Skittles drink? Really?
No, we don't.
I don't think we do.
What drinks are naturally blue?
No food is naturally blue. That was pointed out one time by George Carlin, and you know what? It's true because even blueberries are really purple.
Yeah, that's true. Almost black. They're so purple.
They're
dark,
just not.
Dark purple. Mm.
Yeah, this is blue.
Ooh.
It tastes blue.
Can I tell you? It's the color of my favorite Kool-Aid, though. Which
that
is
look
blue
on
raspberry.
your face was precious, by the way.
This is not good. This is not only not good. It's terrible.
It tastes like blue flavored aspirin broken up into water with some sweetener in it. It's really not good.
You know, when you were a kid and you didn't want to swallow aspirin, so your mom would dissolve an aspirin in water for you.
It's a little bit like that. Yeah,
that's nasty.
It's not good.
It's not good at all.
I'm going for a second sip to see if it gets any better, but
I've already done my second sip.
Same.
I've already done my second sip and set the cup aside.
I love blue raspberry lemonade.
And then it has that. Remember what did we have last week that had that bad alcohol-y, winey kind of?
It had that bad.
This
alcohol.
has that wine alcohol kind of.
It's just it sticks to your tongue afterwards. Now Terry is the one of us that is the most likely to like a beverage like this.
Yeah.
So what's your take on it, Terry?
They're trying. It's almost there. It's one of those where it's like if you put a little bit of bad wine vodka into the blue raspberry lemonade Kool-Aid. A little bit like that.
I could not imagine the hangover you would have after this.
No, add a little Carcina Sweet to make it.
Carcina Sweet,
exactly. Yeah.
I still have to imagine the boardroom where people sat around, sampled this, and said, well, I'm not sure. And then one guy, kind of steps up.
I think we've got it.
Or one guy steps up and goes, look, they're trying.
This was created to go into. This was created to go into one of those big Stanley cups with a lot of ice when you're going somewhere for, a lady. I don't know. It's just it was. That's what it was created for.
Don't take her this. You're not.
That's pretty bad. Yeah. Is that a beverage mystery in your pocket, or are you just happy to be here?
Well, it is, in fact, a beverage of mystery. I'm going to lay this on you guys. You're going to love this. This is from Beatbox.
I've seen these.
It's their blueberry lemonade. It's 11.1% alcohol by volume.
I got nothing lemon in that at all.
Okay, I catch a little blueberry lemon.
But are you ready?
This
is not just another Beatbox. This is a special Beatbox because It's an exclusive Shack flavor.
Trust me on this. You don't want to know what Shack tastes like.
If this is any indication, it's worse than we thought.
I mean, what did they use? His sweaty shirts?
That is terrible. I mean, seriously, like this is a mass-marketed product. That's the part of this that I can't figure out. It's like
Shaq had to have drank it because I've heard about him. I've seen him before.
Do you think
on radio
Shaq's
interviews.
chest is as muscled as that picture is?
Not anymore.
You think that's what he looks like nowadays?
He always is very involved in his stuff. He owns part of the companies he advertises for. So
I
he
do
must have
like
had to
Shaq in
He's
general.
great.
I do
He's
too,
great.
and I can hear him talking about this. It's Brewery.
Yeah, I love
But
when
this
he
is
goes on
Shaq.
that Rooms to Go
Shaq,
commercial and
do
dances.
better.
Yeah, do better.
Shaq, do better.
Shaq, you were an amazing player. Truly an amazing player. Do better. You're
You know what? The thing is you
Terry
have to
finished his.
You also have to think about you also have to think about the competition that this has, which is not very stiff. We try this all the time, and there's not much out there that's
There's a
much
few, though.
There's
There's
a
a
few,
few
but you
that-
have to hunt for them.
Yeah, I mean, I'll
It says
take
party
the
better together. Please drink responsibly on the top.
I'll take the Snoop and Dr. Dre gin and juice cocktail over this any day.
Yeah.
I'll take almost anything we've tried over this.
This is really bad, yeah.
This is almost Malort level. It's so bad.
Okay, that's a lot.
And that's setting
That's
the
a
bar
lot.
for badness pretty high. That's the way.
a lot.
That's the way I look at it. We have time to do the drinking fact, Terry.
Sure, let's do
I
it.
should call it the drunken fact.
The drunken fact. And now it's time for another smoking and toasting drunken fact.
Again, the drunken fact is where we lay some knowledge on you that you can tuck away in the back of your mind and then pull out at an opportune moment, maybe at a party when everybody's getting a little inebriated and you want to like sound like you're the smartest person in the room.
there
Watch
to
out,
help
I think
you.
Diddy
Also,
once
it's-
did that. No.
Also, it's there so we can keep using that fanfare.
That's right. That's the reason it continues, for sure. For sure. Because this started out as drinking fact, and I went through every drinking fact I could find.
Yes.
And then we had to enlarge it to drunken
There's
fact.
not a lot of drinking
Well,
facts.
there's more than
Facts
you might
about
think, but
drinking.
we burned through them pretty quick. So, all right, here's today's drunken fact. You ready? The longest concert by one artist in history wasn't a multi-hour Bruce Springsteen or Taylor Swift show. It lasted for 21 days in July of 2009.
Oh.
It was a performance by the band Fish,
I was
and
gonna
it
say it had to be
consisted of
Fish.
one song.
What?
Okay, I made that up. Even
I mean,
though,
you wouldn't be able to tell.
yeah, even though songs by that band can seem almost eternal, the actual show was by an Indian performer named Kusalmanam Ramakrishnan. And I think I got that right, believe it or not. This gentleman
It's easy
performed.
for you to say.
This gentleman performed on a hand drum for 501 hours.
Oh, God, there was no backing band. It was
No,
just
it was just
a hand
him
drum.
playing a hand drum.
Okay.
I would imagine there might have been some singing, that went along with
Was
it.
anyone there watching him?
Apparently,
Was
somebody was because they were able to time it down
The
to
one-
501 hours.
The one guy from the Guinness Book of World Records that was there said to do that.
That poor guy.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine them walking out on stage and saying to him, "Hey, listen, I know you've only been playing for like 250 hours, but everyone's gone."
I bet his hands hurt.
I bet.
I bet his hands hurt.
I can tell you, as somebody who
Imagine Desi
I mean, he had to be,
Arnaz for
he
like
had to be
250
hallucinating by that point in
hours.
time. So tired.
as somebody who played the drums, never well, by the way, but I did play the drums. Like, if you just do like a normal set, if you're the drummer, you're tired at the end. Like because the guitar players and stuff are moving around as they choose to. You're moving around because you have to, right? So I'm just saying,
Wow.
it's an admirable feat, even if. I'm glad I wasn't there.
Wow.
Yeah. Can you see him coming out?
You're kind of right about the Fish concert,
Yeah.
though.
Can you see him coming out and going, "This is a cover of a song by Fish," and then starting into it? Oh man,
Love it.
Yeah. All right. We got to take a break, and we will return. Smoking and Toasting is on the air wherever you are, and we appreciate it. I believe we just picked up Monroe, Louisiana. So
Nice.
Hello, Monroe. We are glad to be on the air there. I'll bring you more specifics about that coming up. Also, red flags of breweries that scream, "Don't drink here." We'll get to that as well. It's Smoking and Toasting. Welcome back. It's Smoking and Toasted, our program all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. Yeah, if I were playing that drum intro that we just did, I'd already be tired. So I'm just saying it's an exhausting instrument to play. I mean, you ever see like some of those old Motley Crue videos where Tommy Lee's like going at that kit like his life depends on it? And he's a very good drummer.
When you could actually hear him playing the drums?
Yeah, but it's, well, what are you getting at?
You know the whole recorded playing to the recordings thing that Mick Mars brought up.
Yeah, well, it's the whole...
By the way, Mick Mars put out an album right after that, and it's real good.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's real good.
My favorite, Motley Crue, after the band album is the soundtrack to the Heroin Diaries by Nikki Sixx.
Oh, yeah.
That album is phenomenal. So good. If you haven't listened to it,
was that 6 a.m. thing?
Yeah. It was 6 a.m. wasn't going to be a band. It was just going to be kind of like put together to do the soundtrack to the book that he wrote, Heroin Diaries, which is also, by the way, an excellent book, definitely worth reading. But and if you listen to the album, you'll then want to read the book to get some of the context. But anyway, the band sounded so good that they kept it going for a little while. I think they're broken up now, but I like them. Saw them live. They were really good.
So the Shack thing that we tried out, the Beatbox Blueberry Lemonade, best served chilled, it said.
I think that's probably
also,
right.
It says, per 5 fluid ounces, average analysis, 100 calories. This is how many ounces?
Wow. I'm glad I didn't drink
Per
my whole
5.
cup. So that's a lot of calories.
Yeah, that's a lot in there.
Oh, this is a 16.9 ounce.
Wow.
There you go.
So this is like 300 plus calories.
And it's terrible. That's the thing. I'm to the point where I'm trying to watch, calories and carbs and stuff. If I'm going to have something that's like cheating a little bit, it's going to be something really good.
Contains sulfites.
Yeah.
It also says premium other than standard orange wine.
What the hell is
with
other than
natural
standard?
and artificial flavors.
Yeah, I bet.
Other than
Sucralose.
Yeah. Oh,
and certified color.
Oh, there you go. I'm glad the color is certified because I was worried about it being an uncertified blue. But anyway, let's talk about something better, or hopefully better. Do you have an opportunity to smoke anything interesting this week, my
Boy, did
friend?
I.
Yeah?
I went out on my patio and had myself one of them there Oliva Serie O's.
Oh, that's so interesting because I smoked an Oliva this week too that I'm going to be talking about. But go ahead.
I don't get to this. I love the V's so much, and I smoke them all the time that I don't always get to the Serie O.
I agree with you. And the G. I've not had as many of those because I have a tendency if I'm getting an Oliva.
And I will tell you that it revived this. I'll go ahead and give you this. This revived my love for the O. It's such a good cigar, and I forget about it.
All right, so tell me what happened.
So Serie O is a sun-grown Puro, made in the original Cuban tradition of growing the original Cuban seed in diverse regions of the country to produce a distinct blend. This blend was achieved by growing the original Cuban seed in Esteli, Condega, and Jalapa Valley. So,
nothing wrong with that.
Pardon me. The appearance on this rustic, ruddy brown wrapper, firm overall feel, single band. Pre-light sniff, barnyard and fermented hay, sweet chocolate and tea leaf. Pre-light draw, I used a clip on this. Had a light draw, sweet tea and earth with a kiss of leather. The initial light on this, sweet and peppery, rich earth, hints of toast, white pepper. The retrohale is pepper and sweet tea. The first third of this cigar comes in with white pepper and cream gravy. Toasty and earthy, hints of leather and nuts all combine on the palate to create a complex bouquet of flavors that are simple to enjoy. Ghostly hints of mint and sweet tea weave throughout. Retrohale is peppery and woody with a touch of sweetness. Solid ash, good burn. Proposed pairing on this, you need something that has some heft to it because it has these meaty flavors to it. So I was thinking like a porter,
right,
or a nice funky rum.
Oh yeah, right. Something with
like
a little Jamaican vibe to it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The second third of this, picking up subtle notes of wood and peanut shell, add to the complexity along with the lingering bit of cayenne on the tongue. Retrohale is woody with pepper, sweet and sweet nuttiness, solid ash, a little bit uneven burn. The last third of this, pepper ramps up somewhat along with earth and wood. A touch of campfire appears from time to time. Sweet tea, cream gravy, peanut shell, and toast are all consistent. The burn corrected itself. Retrohale is nutty and woody with pepper and toast. Solid ash, perfect burn. Coming in at about $10-ish.
Yeah.
Depending on the size you get. This was a torpedo. I think it was right at $10.
That seems about right.
I give it a 5.5 to a 6 even.
Nice.
Like somewhere in that neighborhood, maybe a 5.75.
Oh, we're going to the 7.5s now. Yeah.
That's good. You get what you pay for. You get every bit of what you pay for. You get a nice complex cigar.
Well, I don't want to give the plot away here because we don't have time to do the whole thing in this segment. But I also reviewed an Oliva cigar. And
love it.
And I will tell you that I liked it. We'll do the review, but I'll tell you I liked it very much. And I gave it a 5.67.
Of course you did.
6.7.
Oh my gosh. You heard it here. You can't get away from it, people.
I really, at heart, I'm still a very annoying teenager. That's, I may be a lot older
I'm
than
not
that.
touching you.
But at heart,
I'm not touching you.
What is that on The Simpsons with Bart and Lisa where it's, ow, quit it, ow, quit it, ow, quit it. We got to take a break and we will be right back. I will tell you about this Oliva cigar because it was very interesting smoke. I'll tell you about this coming up, and we'll do a little more tasting here. How about some Helles Lager from Allstadt Brewing Company next on the program. Welcome back, my friends. It's Smoking and Toasting. Our program is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. We are glad to have you on board for show number 467. I promise I won't do that. I promise I won't do that for the whole show. In fact, we'll bring it to an end here. Except I think Terry's already working on a promo for Instagram. So
it's already up.
It's already up. Okay,
so you have to deal with it for 24 hours now.
It took him how many minutes?
Yeah,
six
or seven. Yeah, we're going to be trying out some Helles Lager from Allstadt Brewery in Fredericksburg, Texas, here in just a moment. But first,
Spoiler alert. It's delicious.
Yeah, well, I had a feeling you already knew a little bit about this one. I want to tell you about the cigar I tried this week. It was the Oliva Serie V Milanio Gran Limitada Lancero. And every time I say Serie V, my iPad thinks I'm summoning Siri and starts to go, I'm here. What do you need?
So we're just going to have to call it Fred.
Yeah. Fred. The Oliva Fred V Milanio Gran Limitada Lancero. Okay, stop being Technicolor, iPad. I'm done with you. Now, both Ian and I have sung the praises of Oliva's Serie V Milanio line for a long time. But one of those cigars that I've never smoked from that line prior to last week was the Lancero size. And this long and very thin, small ring gauge cigar is a beauty, and it actually makes me think of our friend Jorge at Stogie's here in Houston, who's a big fan of this cigar size, and I think Stogie's has one of the best stocks of Lanceros that I've ever seen.
Yeah, if you're into Lanceros, they have them there.
They've got it. If it's available for that line of cigars, they've got it. And Jorge
and
is
even
proud.
some that aren't, that he has specially made.
Right, that's right. And this one, actually, that I smoked from Oliva, this size is not a standard release. I got it in a Milanio sampler box set that I bought at the Whiskey Social this year from our buddy Trenton.
I have one of those.
Okay, so you've got one of these. If you haven't smoked it yet,
I haven't
you've got
smoked
one of these.
it yet because it's one of those, I'm going to hang on to that for a while.
Well, that's kind of what I did, too, because I'd already smoked the other sizes, and this Lancero was sitting in my humidor waiting for the right time.
Yes.
And that time was this week. To start out with, the Oliva Serie V Milanio Lancero is not only small in diameter, like all Lanceros, but this one is actually box pressed and pretty severely so, which, I think is amazing that they could get something that small to be that sharply box pressed. They did a great job. You can see it in the picture here. An Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper covers binder and filler from Nicaragua, and like I said, it's a beauty. Pre-light aromas were earthy, a bit leathery, and had a distinct cocoa powder note, especially on the cold draw. I used my V cutter, which mangled the end of it, but not in a bad way, but it's so small that the V cutter just almost obliterated the end.
Chomped the end, right?
Anyway, I lit it up, and it returned the favor for me by delivering a nice meaty Nicaraguan pepper blast.
Love it.
Big things apparently do come in small packages. Once the pepper blast settled down, cedar and leather came through, and my palate made the distinction that the pepper was more of a red pepper than a black. I would think that Lanceros might be more difficult to roll correctly, but the construction on this one was spot on. Draw and burn were both as near perfect as any cigar that I've had recently.
In my experience, Lanceros have a higher propensity to being tough to draw.
Yeah, absolutely. But this one, absolutely perfect. Second, third, the aggressiveness of the pepper backed off just a little, which made it a little bit easier to detect the sort of mushroomy earthiness and a savory note underneath the cocoa and pepper. Final third became a little bit creamier without losing the oomph, and was probably the most enjoyable part of the cigar for me, that last third, with the earth and chocolate dancing with the pepper in a way that many of my favorite Nicaraguan cigars do. It was wonderful. The Oliva Serie V Melanio Gran Limitada Lanchetto started off with a bang and stayed in the medium to full range in terms of strength all the way through. And a note about the construction, which we already talked about a little bit. I found a review of this cigar on Half Wheel, which is a great and very
Love Half
fair.
Wheel, yeah.
It's a very fair spot for cigar reviews as well as industry news. And their reviewer had some construction issues, including the need for multiple relights and a bit of unraveling in the last third.
And they always review 3.
Yes, that's right. And
Always.
so I only did one, but this was not the case for me. Not only did I not need to touch it up even once, but the burn line was almost razor straight, and the draw was just perfect all the way through. Like you said, this size of cigar, draw can sometimes be a little bit of a challenge. Not here. MSRP that Half Wheel noted for this Lanchetto was about $11, although the sampler that I bought that included it was a really good deal, and I can guess the effective price might have been a little bit less than that by the time it all averaged out. But that said, I'll go with $11, and even though it smoked in a little over an hour, it was a fabulous experience and worth every penny if we still had pennies. Now that they're no longer being produced.
Pennies are a myth.
Yeah. Now that they're no longer being produced, do we have to say worth every nickel? Is that we have to change our terminology? Anyway, if that's the case, it was worth every nickel and maybe even a little more. Price to quality, 5.5. I will give it.
Really?
Yes.
It's a good day for Oliva.
And by the way, every size, every cigar in this sampler was fantastic.
Stellar.
Yeah, it's a good deal if you can find a retailer that has these. There are a few. I know I'll be looking for them, and next time I see Trenton at an event, hopefully he'll be selling more of these because I
We need to see
will.
Trenton on the show. I'm going to call him.
Yeah, and tell him to bring some of these Melanio samplers. Yeah.
So, for those of you just joining us, our rating system is a system that goes from 1 to 10.
Right.
And if you score a 5 on this rating system, you're getting exactly what you pay for.
Right.
If you score a little over 5, you're getting a little more bang for the buck, so to speak. If you score under the 5, might still be a good cigar, but maybe you paid a little more.
Maybe it's a little
for it.
overpriced. Yeah. In this case,
If you score real low, it's probably just a bad cigar.
In this case, I rated it 5.5 at $11. So that's pretty high praise as far as I'm concerned because I'm a cheap bastard. So it is what it is. I recommend highly anything in the Oliva Serie V Melanio line.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Any of them.
Really, any
Serie V,
Oliva,
any Melanio, any O. I mean, come on.
It's hard not to, and even the Serie V not Melanio, those are great too. You know.
So I actually liked the O so much this morning that I actually ordered some more. Almost immediately, I was like, "Why have I been sleeping on this?"
You know, when you get a box of cigars, you order a box, maybe it arrives in the mail, or you pick it up at your favorite thing. You open it up and you go, "What am I going to do with all these cigars? If only I knew someone. Let's say a friend, somebody maybe that I work with, that might want some of these O's." That would keep me
so
from.
he too could have the O face.
That's right. So to keep me from.
Thanks for working that joke in there for me. I've been waiting for it. I've been waiting.
Yeah.
I was like, am I going to have to do this myself?
Producer Terry takes things into his own hands.
I would say the chances of him landing that joke, sticking the landing, are probably about 1 out of 10, probably about 6, 7.
Oh no!
I'm sorry.
Oh, hold on.
I think
that gets a.
I think I promised not to do that again. I'm sorry.
Oh,
What is
yeah.
it?
That's
Larry
not
the Cable Guy does. I'm sorry, Lord bless the pygmies in Africa.
Rest of the show.
So, Ian has poured for us from Allstadt Brewery in Fredericksburg, Texas, their Helles Lager, and I know you're familiar with this already and already a fan.
Dude, I thought you were just giving me a beer. Mm-hmm. I was going to just open it and drink it. So anyway, Allstadt is amazing. Every beer they make is amazing and very German.
And they make it in a castle.
You know what they don't make? They don't make IPAs.
No, they don't. In fact, they
It's
don't
all
make
German styles.
I don't think they make any like porters or stouts either. I think it's all these
German
very
styles.
German style
Wow.
beers.
And as you're
this is
driving,
good.
you're driving through the hill country in Texas,
Mm-hmm.
and you come around the corner on the road, I'm gonna show this picture into the camera here.
Yeah.
You come around the corner. I can't get the picture
To enlarge? There you
enlarge
go.
properly.
Yeah. Well, I can tell
Anyway.
you while he's pulling in
You
that
come
up,
around the corner and there's a freaking castle.
in the middle of nowhere, Fredericksburg.
Yes,
Yeah.
in the middle of wine country.
Yeah. It's
Just like my band song says, past the peaches and the wine, there's a freaking castle. It doesn't actually say there's a freaking castle. It does say past the peaches and the wine. But
By the way, that reminds me, I can do an Allman Brothers Band impression. I can.
Oh, yeah?
You want me to do it for you now?
Sure.
From their live album. This is called Eat a Peach.
thank you.
Sounds just like them. If you don't believe me, go find that live. It's live at
Just
Fillmore
ask
East.
Cher.
I think it's live at Fillmore East. That's from. Yeah. And I'm not even an Allman Brothers fan, so. But
I love
that's
the Smallman Brothers.
But that's how good the impressions can get.
See, we
here
mentioned
on the
Fish
show.
earlier, right? As
Yeah,
the
yeah.
jam band, right? The Allman Brothers are actually a jam band that can still be interesting.
Yeah.
After that
Yeah.
middle of the song.
Well, I've told you about going to see Bruce Hornsby one time, right? Back
And the range?
and the range. It was back in the, I guess, late 80s, early 90s.
Oh, that was their height up there.
Well after he'd had the big, hit The Way It Is,
Yeah.
and then he had gone on tour with the Grateful Dead as their keyboard player for a while, right? So he got that jam bandy thing totally in his bones. And somebody got me tickets to go and see him. I saw him in, I think it was Minneapolis. And so he's playing a show. He comes out, he plays, and, he, like third or fourth song, he goes into The Way It Is, his big hit. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. And, the band's jamming. I'm talking to the people I'm sitting with and having a good time. Like 20 minutes later, the band's doing this long extended jam, and it goes, ba-da-dum-bum-bum. And Hornsby goes, doodle-da, doodle-da, doodle-da. That's just the
we're
way it
still on
is.
that song.
I'm like, it's the same freaking song. We've been here for an hour, and he's only played 3 songs.
So Bruce Hornsby, I love Bruce Hornsby. I
He's
love
very
the songs.
talented.
I love that
and
album.
extend
The album's
it
quite
for
good.
an hour.
And I love live albums with Bruce Hornsby.
Mm-hmm.
So I went out and I happened to notice he had a jazz album out. Now it's Bruce
Oh.
Hornsby on piano.
Yeah.
Okay, and I
He's
like
a
his
great pianist.
I like his piano playing,
Yeah.
right? And he's got Jack DeJohnette on drums.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's phenomenal. He's got I'm blanking on the bass player right now. Also phenomenal.
Just go
bass
with
player.
Leland Sklar. I don't know if it was him, but just throw that in there because he's like my
So
favorite.
it wasn't actually Lee Sklar, but I mean, like same kind of caliber. Oh,
Yeah.
Christian McBride. That's what it
Okay,
is.
there you go.
Christian
Yeah.
McBride, and that dude can play one
he's
note
got
and it swings.
He's
It's
got
amazing.
some chops, yeah.
Anyway, so this is the trio, right?
Yeah.
It's not a good album.
Yeah, oh, that's so disappointing.
No.
It's not a bad rhythm section.
No.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
the
well.
rhythm section is good, but he's not a jazz guy.
Out of 1 to 10, would you give it what, a 6, 7?
Can we make 3-4 a thing? or-
3, 4. Let's do it from now on. 3, 4.
4.
Yeah, I like it. Absolutely like it. You know what else I like?
We'll
this
just get
beer.
Skrilla to sing that now.
This beer is delicious. It's
Yes.
got a little bit of a sort of
It was made by a man, and it's put into a can.
it doesn't have peaches in it. But you know what it does have? It has that sort of dusty.
If you got that reference, please contact us.
Yeah, right. Or report to your psychiatrist for immediate testing. It's got that sort of pretzel dustiness to
Yes,
it
yes.
that I just love.
It's
in
very
German beers.
German.
Yeah.
It is. Their beers, they do so good. Munich style beer made in Texas. This Hell's Lager uses 100% German malt, imported noble hops. It's that noble hops has that nice crisp background from the Hallertau.
Yeah.
Hallertau?
Hallertau.
Hallertau.
where my uncle lived.
Hallertau.
Hallertau? I like Hallertau.
Region.
Let's just
A
go with
cold
that.
fermenting yeast from Weinheitshofen, Germany, Germany, creating a perfectly balanced, smooth beer that is noticeably malty and finishes clean. Can you understand why I like this beer?
Yeah, I can. It's your kind of thing.
It's a nice can, too.
At Allstadt, we brew authentic German-style beers in the heart of Texas Hill Country. These traditional beers are handcrafted in Old World standards, to Old World standards inspired by the Reinheitsgebot. That's the German beer purity law established in 1516. We use natural imported ingredients and pure Texas Hill Country water to deliver the supreme drinkability and smooth, crisp flavor you expect from German-style beers, only brewed right here in Fredericksburg, Texas.
And there's not a lot. I mean, Fredericksburg is wine country, but it's not like it's not a blazing metropolis or anything. It's still it's still got a small town vibe to it.
Yeah,
and, but it's fun to be. It reminds me of when I found the Guadalupe Brewing Company, like in the middle of nowhere near New Braunfels, Texas. I'm like, there's nothing around but cactus and sagebrush and this brewery, and it's awesome, you know.
Yeah.
And so I haven't visited Allstadt, but we should actually try to get them on the show since you're such a fan of their.
Oh man, I love their beers.
That was
and the food court there. Their food is fantastic. It's so fun. And just get the sampler.
I bet you couldn't get a sausage there, could you?
Their worst is good.
Yeah, I bet.
The worst is the best.
The worst is the best.
I don't think we have time. I was going to get into this list from the Enthusiast report of their top 20 cigars of the year. I don't think we have time in this segment, so we'll save that for when we come back. And we also have more to taste. In fact, we're going to do Ian's favorite here and taste a hazy IPA. But this is when I went to visit Adam and this guy, our producer, and his wife Brianna, and their wonderful baby.
You got a new BB. You got a new grandbaby in the family.
Yeah. So Pops had to come visit AJ, but they knew I was coming. They put some beer in the fridge for me, and the first one that I tried, I was like, oh, I got to bring this on the show. So that's what we'll be trying. It's from Solace Brewing Company in Sterling, Virginia. It's a hazy IPA called Partly Cloudy. We'll try that next. And
well, if you like it, I'm guaranteed to think it's okay.
You think so? I like some IPAs you haven't liked, my friend.
No, that is true.
That is true. All right, we will be right back at Smoking and Toasting. Oh, that did the perfect thing. For those of you watching on video, when Ian was opening that can, it did the perfect amount of spritz. You don't want it to spritz everywhere, but you want just a couple of drops to fly through the air.
Just enough to hit the ukulele.
That's right.
Yeah, it always lands on the ukulele. No matter where it is in the room.
So while Ian's pouring our next beer, let me get started on this this list from the Enthusiast report, which I guess they put out a magazine. I just subscribe to their online stuff, so I get their emails and stuff. But they did a list of the top 20 cigars of the year for 2025. And I'm going to give you a little advanced clue that this is not all that different from Cigar Aficionado's list. So It makes me wonder, did one copy the other, or did
In other words, they both need to make a separate list for Cuban cigars?
Yeah, but basically, I don't think there's Cubans on here. That's one of the good things about this list. But I will say that, maybe if these lists are both legit, and let's just assume for the moment that they are, if these lists are both legit, then that means these cigars must have been pretty good to be landing on multiple lists.
Are these just 2025 cigars?
Yeah,
that have come out
well,
in 2025?
they have to be something that was available in 2025. I don't think they had to be released in 2025.
That's what I was trying to
It's basically what they smoked and reviewed. That's the way Cigar Aficionado does it. So, at number 20 on the list was the Fierro Tego Timeless Supreme 650.
Great cigar. I've been smoking a bunch of those recently.
Wonderful cigar. At number 19 was the Ashton Aged Maduro number 30. What's interesting about this, and Ashton's I always find a little pricey, but this is one of their core line. Like, it's not one of the super fancy VSGs that's like $20 or whatever.
Those are so good, though.
Yeah, it is a very, very good cigar.
I love getting those as gifts.
Number 18, I did smoke one of these last year and enjoyed it very much. The Perdomo 30th Anniversary Maduro Churchill.
Yes.
Camacho came in at number 17 with the Camacho Corojo Churchill. I always find it interesting when Churchills make. I love the Churchill size. I don't smoke it nearly as often as Toros, but I love the Churchill
Certain
size.
cigars, like I will tell you that the Oliva Master Blends 3,
yes,
in the Churchill size hits it perfect.
I'll tell you another one. The H. Upman by A.J. Fernandez. No, it's not H. Upman. It's It's the Monte Cristo by AJ
Monte
Fernandez.
Cristo by AJ.
In the Churchill is wonderful.
Yeah.
Number 16, speaking of cigars made by AJ Fernandez, is the Aging Room Cuatro Nicaragua Concerto Impromptu, and that's the one that's
a good cigar.
tapered on both ends. It's got the torpedo look at the top and the bottom. La Gloria Cubana Los Gloriosos Gigante came in at number 15. And number 14 on the list, the Davidoff Winston Churchill. And I only said the D word once, so I think we only owe them like $5. Terry, will you
down.
make a list so we can pay them? At number 13 was the La Aurora Family Creed series, Fuerte Sol Robusto. And I just want to say, I'm against this whole Creed revival, and so I may boycott this cigar just because Creed is in the
Why
name.
is Creed a thing again?
Creed is horrible.
They weren't a thing the first time, and now they're a thing. I
That's
don't
what I'm
understand
saying. I
it.
wouldn't have seen him 20 years ago, much less at the rodeo now.
Although I tell you what, I would one Creed show I would have paid money to be at.
The one where he got
The one where he got so drunk that he was like falling off the stage and
Can
stuff.
I tell you something? That, honestly, right there, I didn't like them from the first time that I had to play them on the radio, but that solidified the fact that he was absolutely the worst rock star ever. You know,
Totally.
there were stories of Jim Morrison. There were stories of Jimi Hendrix. There are stories of rockers that have gotten so messed up on stage that it has been a debacle. And each one of those people, when they came home from it, were like, I went to that show. That was awesome. When Creed did it, they went home and people requested refunds.
That's right. They wanted their money back.
They wanted their money back.
Yeah.
I have never seen that. Nobody ever requested their money back from a Jim Morrison
That's
show.
so true.
That's
It's so true.
That
Terry,
means
that's-
you are the worst rock and roll star ever.
Terry, that's awesome. Congratulations. You've earned a raise. You get an extra 5 cents an hour. I would give you an extra penny an hour, but the penny
But
has
you
gone
can't-
away
yeah,
now.
yeah, it's
So
nickel
pennies
pinching.
are a myth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no more penny pinching. Nickel
and
pinching.
you know, I thought about it. Maybe 5 cents an hour. That's how much you're getting. Number 12 on the list was the My Father Blue Toro. That was a newer cigar this last year.
I have one of those on my humidor that I haven't tried yet. I need to do that.
You
as
got
a
to try
review.
it and review it, yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm very curious about it. At number 11, I have not had one of these in several years. The Miami cigar Don Lino Africa Duma. They use
I haven't
the
even seen those
African-
in a while.
Yeah, they use the African tobacco, and it's I've enjoyed them in the past. The number 10 cigar of the year, according to enthusiastreport.com, the Plasencia Alma de Cielo Robusto. This is the next line after the Alma de Fuerte. So.
Anything Plasencia makes.
Yeah, I mean,
come on.
Yeah, that's just good. The number 9 cigar of the year was the Cohiba Riviera Robusto. This is the non-Cuban Cohiba, and it's the one with the purple band. And I've always found their cigars to be a little overpriced. That's the one.
I haven't tried that one.
Yeah, we'll have to try it.
I get the red dots, especially when you get them on sale. They're great cigars.
Yeah, they are. If you can find them at a decent price,
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean, retail, they're pretty high.
The number 8 cigar of the year, speaking of high at retail, the Fuente Opus X 25 Aniversario La Familia.
You
This is
actually
just
have
a-
to say it twice because that's how expensive it is.
Fuente Opus X 25 Aniversario La Familia. Did I do okay?
The name's so nice, you have to say it again.
Number 7 cigar of the year, the Tatuaje Escasos. And
Again, Tatuaje.
yeah, everything they do. Room 101, the Big Payback, Connecticut, was the number 6 cigar of the year. I just love
I
it.
like the big paybacks.
I like anything with that name.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like one of the greatest songs of all time. The Big
I don't
Payback.
know karate, but I know crazy.
See, that's what I'm telling you. The Rocky Patel Emerald Robusto at number 5.
That's a good cigar.
It's a good cigar. Was also very high on the Cigar Aficionado list, and so was this one. Their number 4 cigar of the year was the Trinidad Espiritu Serie number 3 Bellicoso,
And that's been out for a while,
it
too.
has. And I got to tell you, not only is that a great cigar, but I found some of those at a really good price on online on Cigar Page, and they have gone up since these listings
Oh, I
have
bet.
come out. Yeah. So if you see them at a discount price, grab them. The number 3 cigar of the year, the Drew Estate Liga Privada T52 Corona Viva. That's a great cigar. Number 2, the Padron 60th Anniversary Perfecto. I think that was also on the cigar aficionado list.
That's not a cheap cigar either.
And they're number one. I'm going to have to try this one because I don't know if I would have thought it'd be number one, but it's the J.C. Newman Angel or Angel Cuesta Toro with the
I haven't
red
tried that.
band on it. It's got the red band, so maybe look for
Nice,
that.
I will look for it.
We'll have to.
Now it'll be impossible to find.
We'll have. Yeah, that's right. All right, we got to take a break. We will be back. Drinking News is around the corner, and we didn't even try this IPA yet, so we'll do that next.
Speak for yourself.
Welcome back, my friends. It's hour 2 of Smoking and Toasting. We are heard all around the greater North American continent on great radio stations everywhere. Thank you to all of our affiliates. And if you do not have an affiliate in your area, please let them know. The phrase that we're blatantly stealing from the old MTV campaign is, I want my S&T. That's what you have to call and let them know. And you can say Smoking and Toasting, but then they get all confused about, well, is there a G on the end of the words or is it an apostrophe? And it's like, however you want to do it is okay with us. So we'll be smoking and toasting if it helps. We just want
that Randy the Redwoods thing? Either way is fine with me.
Either way is fine with me. Randy of the Redwoods. Wow. I know that resonates with you, right?
Yeah, but man, that's going
that
back.
was digging
that
deep,
was,
huh?
that was that's
That's wow.
Little too deep.
If you got that one, folks, you are
That's
probably
far.
in need of some serious counseling. We've been drinking this IPA from Solace Brewing Company. It's called Cloudy Day. What is? Let me get the name.
Partly cloudy.
Partly Cloudy. Thank you. And it's
Cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
It's one I discovered. I discovered it when Adam and Brianna got some for me when I was in Virginia. But I really liked it, so I thought I got to get some of this and bring it on the show. What do you guys think? It's a very hazy, fruity type of.
I think it has the mouthfeel of a cloud.
I think it's brilliant.
And this is from the guy that isn't the IPA guy.
It's brilliant. And it tastes like Fruity Pebbles.
Yes.
Okay. Like right off the bat, it has that sweetness.
Mm-hmm.
It has a beautiful crispness on the end.
Sure does.
That finishes with that just enough bitter to make it.
And the bitter is like orange peel sort of bitter, isn't it? Like a
little bit of the
taste
orange
of that
zest. Yeah.
that orange zest or something right next to the peel on the orange. Yeah.
They don't say a whole lot on this. It just says India Pale Ale, 7.5% by volume, so it's a pretty big one. It's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I really like it, and it's one that I will be stocking up on every time I go to visit the little grandbaby.
It smells fruity too. It smells really good.
Yeah. Once AJ learns to talk, he's going to be saying things like, "Pop smells like Fruity Pebbles." Yes, I do, young man.
AJ,
Stick with
How
me
did you
and
sneak that one in there?
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Well, AJ is Adam Jr.
Right.
Right. So yeah.
Did you suggest that?
No, but I love it. It's totally what I would have done, And one of these days when he's like, 3, 4, he'll really begin to appreciate what his nickname is about and what it means. So, and by the way, I just want to say this, and I know he edits the show and puts it up, so don't let this go to your head. But seeing Adam as a dad is like the greatest thing. He's so good at it. Like he is. He's like, how did you learn? This is your first child. How did you learn how to be like such a good dad? He's great.
He took like 6-7 courses.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now see, I backed away to the 3,
we can't get
4.
away from it.
Now Terry can't let it go. Speaking of stuff you can't get away from or can't get away from fast enough, while Ian is pouring us some rum here, let me tell you a little bit about these red flags that you should be looking for when you go into a brewery. And if you spot them, you may want to just keep going because these days there's enough breweries out there. You can find another one. First red flag, and this is from an article from Tasting Table, which is a good online source for things like this.
Not shaped like a castle.
Well, right, yeah. If it's not shaped like a castle, keep going. If the staff isn't attentive and educated, and that's something I really believe, because I like to ask about the beers, like not just like,
Well, I mean, I feel like that's what a brewery like that is supposed to be about.
Yep.
Someone that's actually really knowledgeable about, like
even
when we
if
went to
it's
St.
just
Arnold's, and those ladies seemed like they
and all
really knew what was
but
going on.
all they're doing is serving it. They're not the brewmasters or anything, but they know.
Yep.
They've been educated on it, and I think it's important. If the space is disorganized and messy is another red flag. And I will say this, most breweries that I go into are amazingly and impeccably clean. And that's how they have to be.
So, Brewing. I will tell you this from brewing my own beer a few times. It's all about making sure everything is clean and sterilized and cleaned and sterilized. And when you get it good and clean, you got to clean it again. Like the cleaner your equipment is, the cleaner your areas, the better your beer is. Just 100%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm sorry, I had a flashback to that Spinal Tap song, "The Bigger the Cushion." Sorry. Yeah, it's awful.
That's what they say.
The next red flag. I'm
That's
so
Big
sorry.
Bottom.
I'm so sorry. I've just completely lost my mind. I need to be
I
replaced.
love the double entendre when he goes,
Yeah.
"Big Bottom," drives me out of my mind. How could I leave this behind?
Yeah, right. Oh, it's craftsmanship is what you call it. Lyrical craftsmanship.
What's the problem? She's smelling the glove.
Just smelling the glove. Smell the glove. That's our new album, Smell the Glove.
Another red flag at breweries, if there are too many tap lines. And the reason they say this is a red flag, it can be nice to have all that variety, but it increases the chances that some of those tap lines are not being maintained properly if they have a whole bunch of them. For me, I love having the.
I think that could go along with this. Depends on the size of the operation.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You know,
I think you're right.
if you've got well-staffed, large operation with quite a few tap lines, I don't think that's an issue. But if you're running a small brewery with just 3 people working there, and you have 16 taps, maybe.
Yeah, it's all about keeping them clean, though. That's for sure.
Cleanliness. You got to sterilize. You got to clean.
If there are no food offerings and no option to bring your own, they say that's a red flag.
I will also tell you bars with tons of taps, unless they're a specialty bar like that.
Yes, for sure.
Because there's times where I go into a bar and I can just kind of feel the fact that even though I really want that beer that they have, they probably don't sell enough of it. So I always ask for a taste first.
Oh, smart.
Right? Because sometimes the lines are bad. Sometimes the beer is not good anymore.
Another thing
But it
they
is
say,
29 degrees.
Yeah.
Right? Well,
If your beer can, they say, is gushing, if you open the can and beer comes fountaining out of it, that could be an indication that some kind of fermentation has been happening after it went into the can. And that's not
Martin
what's
House had a batch of their breakfast at 3 a.m. or whatever it was called.
Yep.
That I found on sale at Specs one time and realized why. It was so overcarbonated that it took a half hour to pour it.
And that's a good brewery, too. So
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not
no,
like
and the beer was still good, but it
Yeah.
was so overcarbed that, like, you'd pour it in the glass and it would puff up. Then you'd have to let it sit there for, like, 10 minutes and then pour a little more in the glass.
We talked about cleanliness. If the bar glasses aren't clean is the next big one. And, we've all been in the bar and seen how some beer pints get cleaned. They dip them in that big tray of dirty water and then, set them aside. That's not cleanliness.
What happened to standing there with the bar rag and continuously polishing the glass?
See, I
Remember when
like
that was the
That's-
thing?
Yeah.
That was what made me always want to be a bartender, because I wanted to be clearing off the top of the bar and polishing the glass while listening to people's
Not with
problems.
the same towel, though.
Yeah, no. Another one is if the beer names are offensive.
Looking at you, Brash.
Yeah. They can get pretty inventive and creative, and when they're fun or silly, they add something special. They list a couple of ones that they like. Happy Ending Pale Ale from Palo Alto Brewing Company, Brew Free or Die IPA from 21st Amendment, and Duck Duck Goza from the Lost Abbey. But they also show a picture in here, and I just want to read you a couple of these I really like, and a couple might raise that red flag. One I really like is a blonde ale called That's So Karen. I think that's pretty good. But I don't know how excited I am to try their American IPA called Stanky Log. That just doesn't seem to me like.
That does not sound appetizing.
They've got a Belgian Golden called Putterface. And then there's Flying Elbow IPA, but this one I think may be the most offensive of all. It is a blonde. I'm trying to read this. A blonde orange Italian pale ale, but it's called Boom Boom Pow. And I think if you're going to name a beer after a Black Eyed Peas song, I'm just going to keep moving. I'm just going to keep moving.
Really? Yeah, going for that.
At least it's not called my humps.
Yeah, thankfully. So anyway, some things to watch out for if you're going to
This
a
song
brewery.
changed my life, man. What are you talking about? Really spoke to me.
The best though is hearing Will Ferrell do it.
Yeah,
It's
when
like-
he does that on that treadmill, and they're gonna do it for that Blades of Glory
Yeah.
show, where we're gonna go out there, we're gonna ice skate to lovely lady lumps.
All right, so we've got some rum poured here, and this is I'm really interested to see what you guys think of this. You may have noticed that I took the precaution of clearing the neck and removing the
You
plastic
did.
from
You
the
did.
top.
The spillage was minimized, and I didn't
yeah.
have to worry about any.
This is from St. Lucia
plastic cups.
Distillers. It's their Chairman's Reserve rum. Your thoughts, sir?
It's quite nice. It's got just a hair of funk to it that I like.
Yes, it does. It also
Not
is,
a hairy funk. That's different.
Yeah, that was also one of the offensive beer names, Harry Funk.
Hairy funk.
But no, I like this a lot. It's what I describe. We come across this occasionally as more. It's more like a rum for fans of whiskey, because it has a little bit of that heat up front.
Yeah.
That a lot of my favorite rums, you almost can't feel the heat. They're so smooth.
But it does still have that classic rum.
Yes, I agree.
Sugar cane, molasses flavor going on. It also has a bit of that really hard mineral water
Yes, especially on the
does.
finish.
on
yeah.
the finish. Yeah,
But,
so
but you
it's-
get just a touch of that. I know this is from St. Lucia, but it's a touch of what I call the Jamaican funk,
Yeah.
like just a little bit of that sort of spare tire kind of
Yeah.
vibe that sounds like it would be disgusting, but it's not.
rested in ex-bourbon oak casks, and you can definitely taste it and see
Yeah.
it. Look at the color. I mean, it doesn't even look like rum. It looks like bourbon.
I think this is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not my absolute favorite, but I think it's pretty good. It's about a $50 bottle.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So it says a marriage of exquisite rums distilled on coffee column and pot stills.
Huh.
So,
All right.
Yeah, the rum making process is not as complex as some, but it is complex enough. You got to really know what you're doing with these pot stills, and you hear about people distilling their own whiskey. You don't hear about a lot of people distilling their own rum, do you? Like home distilling.
So there was a distillery which I shall go nameless, but it was in Texas City area, down south. There's a whole bunch of little towns right there, Webster, Texas City, all that. They're all kind of right next to each other, and they run into each other in my mind. But I went to it, and they fancied themselves a rum distillery, and they did make rum, but boy, it was not good. It was like everything they made was harsh. I mean, was probably better suited to fuel a lantern.
This rum actually reminds me quite a bit of the very first guest we ever had on the show, which was the distiller from Great Dane
Ian Mook.
Rum Company.
Ian Mook was his name, yes.
Didn't they start out
Grateful
like
Dane.
the Grateful Dane? Yeah, they started out wanting to do like whiskey and stuff, but rum matures faster, so they did some rum, and it wound up. Their silver rum is pretty delicious. Yeah. This reminds me of that a little bit. It's got a little bit of bite to it, even though it's only 40%. It's got a little bite to it that seems a little stronger.
I bet
than
this
some.
makes a nice rum mixed drink as well.
I bet it does because it's got a little heft to
because it's
it.
got some character to
Yes.
it, like very, very heavy rum character. Mm-hmm. Even with the oak and everything else that's in there, and the oak astringency lingers a long time.
I think of myself as a very heavy rum character, but I'm working on losing weight, so we'll see. We'll see how this all goes. I like this. I don't know how well it goes with the IPA, but that's probably not a comparison
see
worth.
here.
You want to try it as we go to break?
Boy.
You know how orange juice tastes after you brush your teeth?
Yeah, I had a feeling.
It's real bad
That's why I
together.
polished off my IPA before I started with the
Imagine
rum.
eating a burnt tire.
All right, we got to take a break, and we will be right back. Eating rubber is very, very much a bad idea after you brush your teeth. So, be right back. Welcome back. It is Smoking a Toast, and our show is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled
I
cigars.
went ahead and finished that IPA that I was drinking.
Yeah.
Instead of going back to the rum, which I will now do in just a
I gotta
moment.
tell you, This rum is really good.
But it also reminded me of what's Greater Heights Brewing. They have the fruity pellets.
Great Heights,
It's
yes,
very
Fruity
similar
Pellets
to that.
and that's one of my favorite of their whole lineup of beers. It's really good. I was just kind of sipping on this rum and realized this would probably go great with that Oliva Serie V Milano Lancero that I had. I should have opened this a little earlier than I did. That would have worked out really good. Some cigars to watch for. Nicaraguan tobacco company and tobacco grower Aganorsa Leaf is releasing a limited edition Supreme Leaf blend in a new tapered format called Toro 109. It is measuring 6x52, and it's named for its blended 109 style Bellicoso head. It's shipping to retailers beginning next month, and it's
I like
gonna be-
Aganorsa Leaf's Reserve series.
Yeah.
It's so good.
This tapered 109 style head, they say, concentrates the flavors at the start, while the 52 ring gauge provides a rich, dense smoke that Supreme Leaf fans will instantly recognize. It ships in 10-count boxes, and the suggested retail on it is $13.99. So something to look for. Only 2,000 boxes being produced, which is one of the reasons I mentioned it. If
I
you
will
want to
definitely
try
snap
it,
up one of
you
those.
got to definitely get one. And JRE Tobacco is releasing the Aladino Year of the Horse cigar. Cigars with a Lunar New Year theme have been growing a growing trend in the industry, and Honduran cigar maker JRE Tobacco Inc. decided to jump on the Zodiac bandwagon with the Aladino Year of the Horse.
I'll try anything Aladino makes. But you remember we were talking earlier this episode about the Lanceros.
Yeah.
Those Maduro Lanceros that they
From
make.
Aladino, yeah.
From Aladino.
Oh,
are
yeah, those are so good. Those are so
Like,
good.
might be my favorite cigar from them, although it's hard to pick.
Yeah, it is tough to pick. I just like their regular Maduro.
Yeah.
It's just so good. And even though the pricey cigar trend is not showing any sign of slowing down, you can leave it to Tatuaje to buck the trend. The owner of Tatuaje, Pete Johnson, his newest creation is a relative bargain. It is the Sex Tooth cigar, and it comes in 4 sizes, none of them long and none of them priced higher than $8.50. The smallest one is $5.50.
Really?
Johnson says the first shipment went out to Miami a couple of weeks ago, with the new cigars going out to retailers last December. So you may be able to find this now. Sex Tooth is the stage name for musician, poet, and actor and producer Andres Contagoras, who's a longtime friend of Pete Johnson.
Huh.
So he named the cigar after him. But obviously naming it Andres Sotagoras would have been a little unwieldy.
They need to spend a little more on the band.
Yeah, exactly. and Tatuaje famous for those tiny bands.
Yes.
So the Vitolas in the line are named and inspired by songs from this artist's 2025 EP, Smoking Mirror. So that's pretty good. When you release an EP and Pete Johnson of Tatuaje names a whole line of cigars
That's pretty
after your
awesome,
songs. Yeah. Little ones, they say, are kickers. He described the strength of the line as medium, but with nice spice. And the long filler cigars are made from a blend that is heavy in Nicaraguan tobacco. Pete Johnson said, as the industry has seen many price increases over the last several years, the team at Tatuaje thought it was time for another price-conscious addition to the Tatuaje family.
Nice. Thank you, Pete Johnson.
Yeah, thank you for doing that. It is getting to be a pretty expensive habit, and tariffs aren't helping.
You know, when we very first started this show under a different name, I remember us coming up with a list for one of our episodes that was best cigars under $6.
Right, and you could get
And then we
good
had a
cigars
lot to
under
choose
$6.
from.
Yeah.
And now those cigars are all over $5 or $6 now.
Or sometimes $8, $9, $10. Some of the same
The
cigars.
same cigars.
Yeah.
And so everything just gets more and more expensive.
One of the things I've
So
been
no
finding,
6-7 anymore?
6, 7.
and definitely no 3-4. I mean, nothing. One of the things I've been kind of curious about last year, and I'll continue this with some of the reviews in 26, is cigars that came out a while back but are still on the market, like some of the Rocky Patel 1990s or 1992s, or cigars that like a Ashton VSG. Like those were great when they came out. How have they done at maintaining the quality level?
So I had a 92,
Rocky?
Rocky 90, vintage 92. Just a couple months ago, and I was like, hey, I remember how good these were, and they are that good. Yes, That's one of the
Still
cigars that I used to smoke quite a bit when I very first started smoking cigars.
I agree.
It was everywhere. It was easy to get to, and it was a very accessible cigar to smoke. It was
What
very
about
nice.
what about the Edge? Do you think the Edge from Rocky Patel has maintained its quality?
I will smoke any of the Edge cigars anytime. I like the Edge cigars, so yes, I think so.
Well, it's interesting because I think some cigar lines do better than others at maintaining the quality of their original release.
Lines.
Yeah, the original release. So, we'll look forward to trying some of those and talking to
I
you
remember
about it.
some cigars that I smoked way back when too that turned into little exploding fireballs.
Gurkha.
Gurkha.
Yeah, but Gurkhas have gotten better.
And I never had a problem with the flavor of Gurkhas. They were all fine. They were all good.
But I reviewed a Gurkha last year that was actually quite good.
I'm glad to see come back was CAO
And Camacho.
and Camacho coming back with solid blends like they've always had, but now the cigars stay intact. No more rolling issues.
What do you think about some of the classic brands like Fuente, and Partagas? Have those brands stayed at the same quality you remember them from?
Partagas, maybe. I had a Partagas that I got in on a cigar page, and out of 5, I had problems with 2 of them. So I don't know.
Hard to
could it
tell.
be that those were abused a little bit, or maybe
Maybe,
I don't know. But that was also that one blend. It's not the whole line, So I don't know. It's hard to tell.
And I will just say, I have one humidor set aside at my house that is like a home for abused cigars.
Yeah.
So if you have cigars that fall into that category, I will put them in my abused cigar humidor and baby them, and eventually they might be good. Okay, we got to take a break. Drinking news is next, as if this hasn't gotten ridiculous enough already on the show. So we'll be back in 3-4 minutes. It's Smoking and Toasting. Welcome back to Smoking and Toasting. Our program is all about craft beer and other things. Craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars.
Did you have a moment?
Every now and then, it's just, we call it a brain fart. That's what we call it, and that's exactly what happened. So, it happens. I apologize. It especially happens when my thoughts begin to drift towards drinking news. And I think it's time for that now. So what do you say? Let's do that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the segment on the program that is often but not always about drinking, but is always best enjoyed if you've been drinking. Let me just say that this Chairman's Reserve St. Lucia Distiller rum gets better and better the more of it you drink. And I don't just mean because you're getting, tipsy. I mean because the flavor kind of opens up as you go. It's good. So
you acclimate to it, and then you crave it.
Yeah, I will enjoy more of this while Ian gives us our intro, because it's time for drinking news.
Drinking news. Now it's time for drinking news. A Florida man with one arm said he had a gator for a pet. When asked about his absent arm, he said, when asked about his absent arm, he said,
Okay, this is really chapping me here. Let me try
That's
this
not what he
again.
said. He did not
said
say
this
this
is
is really
really
chapping me.
What did he say?
Yeah, had to take that gator to the vet.
Drinking news. Now it's time for drinking news.
In case you wonder if we record the show live, there was your proof. A completely awful intro.
That's okay. We can totally edit it out in post.
Yeah,
we won't.
We'll go ahead and do that. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
we
won't do that.
Take care of that, Adam. Well, welcome to Drinking News, ladies and gentlemen. As I've gotten older, I have to admit, even apart from this show, I've done some things in my life that were pretty darned embarrassing. I will never forget, it's a true story, the day I looked out the front window of the house where I lived at the time and saw some kids taking a shortcut across my yard, trampling the grass I was trying so hard to get to grow there and dropping a couple of pieces of trash behind them as they walked. And it wasn't until after I'd flung open my front door and shouted, "You kids, get off my lawn!" that I suddenly realized that despite my many pledges never to do so, that I had, in fact, become that guy.
I was 27 years old then.
Yeah.
Just to keep myself grounded, every once in a while I throw open my front door and I say, yes, I am air conditioning all of Texas.
That's good to know. That's good to know. My mom will be happy to know that at least you admit it. I'm still embarrassed about all this stuff to this day. And if I'm honest, there's plenty of things that, as I look back, I find a little bit embarrassing in hindsight. I mean, I wish I'd never gone to work for Clear Channel. Not once, not twice, and certainly not 3 times.
I wish it had just never existed.
Hey, I was young. I needed the money.
We all did stupid things like that. I did the same thing.
I wish I hadn't gone temporarily but certifiably insane and proposed to my ex-wife. But hey, you live and learn, right? Yeah. And I certainly wish I had never openly admitted that I do kind of like that song Photograph by Nickelback. I mean, yeah, those are all pretty humiliating. But as bad as any of those may be, at least I love how Ian kept his silence during that. I saw the look on his face. I thought something was coming, but somehow he managed to
You do you, boo.
out of respect for me, I think.
Avril Lavigne's husband.
Yeah. But as bad as any of those may be, at least I've never done the extremely embarrassing thing that a Missouri man did last August.
Missouri man.
Chief Shannon Thompson of the Vienna Township Police Department will most likely never live this one down. The thing that surprises me most about Chief Thompson is that he's from Missouri and is not, in fact, a Florida man, because his story sounds like one of the most epic Florida man stories of all time. You see, Chief Thompson, and I've never done this, but, I'm pretty sure you haven't either. Chief Thompson accidentally burned down a nursing home.
Accidentally?
Oops.
Now, I don't know if you believe in hell, but if you do, you most likely would expect a very warm corner of that place to be reserved for someone who, even by accident, set an old folks facility on fire.
How do you accidentally set it on fire?
Well, it seems that the unlucky police chief, after responding to a false 911 call at the home, thought he'd try to take a moment and decompress.
Oh,
I mean,
why does this sound like a scene from Christmas Vacation?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's frustrating to rush somewhere, find out the call was fake and there's no emergency. So this officer of the law took a short pause before he left to smoke a cigarette before climbing into his car and driving away from the care facility. Of course, after he'd finished smoking, the police chief snuffed out the remains of his cigarette in a planter near the entryway of the nursing home, or at least he thought he snuffed it out. Jeez. Not long after he drove away, the plant that occupied that planter burst into flames, and the fire quickly
like
spread.
Uncle Lewis and the Christmas tree.
Quickly spread to the building, all of which was caught on security cameras. Even more embarrassing, a cigarette butt can was less than 10 feet away from that planter. But our Missouri man still chose to dispose of the remains of his cigarette in the plant pot with the philodendron. Full disclosure.
The fiery philodendron.
Full disclosure, I don't know if the plant in question was actually a philodendron. I just like saying the word philodendron.
It's fun.
So, yeah. The good news is that workers were able to evacuate the facility in time, and no one was injured, no one was killed. The bad news? The nursing home burned to the ground.
Whoa, wait, what was this nursing home made out of? Like paper and wood?
There was a big trend back in the 80s to build paper mache nursing homes, and I think this may have been one of those. Now, look, while it's a safe bet that you...
I mean, paper's pretty good insulator.
Yeah, right, exactly. While it's a safe bet that you have never burned down an old folks' home, I'm sure that you've done some things that are almost as embarrassing. And luckily, our intrepid staff of goofballs here at Drinking News have done plenty of them. So with their help, I have composed list of humiliating things that you may have done that are, if not as embarrassing, at least pretty close. So this would be the top 5 things you may have done that are almost as embarrassing as accidentally setting a nursing home on fire. Sorry, I had to get a little rum. Top 5 things that are almost as embarrassing as accidentally setting a nursing home on fire. Number 5, getting caught on the kiss cam at the Coldplay concert with someone who's not your spouse and having the entire world now know that you actually bought tickets to a Coldplay concert. Listen, for what it's worth, that's a joke. I actually like Coldplay. And Nickelback. Number 4, getting the same tattoo as your rescue dog, only to find out that the design signifies that he's been neutered. That's a real thing, by the way.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Number 3, staring at a pretty girl while driving your car and crashing into a light post. This actually happened to my uncle. We have never let him live it down.
Oh, I bet not.
Yeah, we have never let. It was just the greatest thing. He's looking out the window. Kabam! No one was injured.
Hey, man, I've had that. Wow, that girl's looking at me.
Yeah.
No, that girl's, and she's pointing at, oh, there's a drink on top of my car.
Number 2, having to go number 2 during a party at your boss's house, only to discover that you have clogged the toilet and there is no ventilation fan. Like, what are you going to do, right?
No matches, no nothing.
What you do is you try to sulk out at, like, the front door without anyone noticing. And the number 1 thing you may have done that is almost as embarrassing as setting a nursing home on fire. Number 1, all of the things you have ever done after saying the immortal words, "Hold my beer and watch this." Reporting live from the burning nursing home in Missouri, where we're glad everyone's okay, but shocked and dismayed to find out that after they rushed 98-year-old Mrs. McGillicuddy to safety, that she apparently sleeps in the nude. My name is Cruz, and that, my friends, is your
Drinking news, drinking news. That's our time for drinking news.
Cheers, y'all.
Yeah, had to take that gator to the vet.
Yeah, I made it work at the end when we didn't need it. It was just that early part where I was
it
trying
was
to-
really crucial.
Yeah.
That's
part
okay.
where
We'll
it
fix it. We'll fix it in post.
Yep, that's right. We'll edit all that out.
I love when Adam gets our instructions to edit the show, and he's like, "Not today," and everything just stays in.
It just stays. That's
Yeah.
how it is.
Yeah.
That's the best.
As long as they get the F-bombs out for
That's
broadcast,
right.
that's,
That's right.
that's good enough to keep his
But you
job.
can always go to YouTube and listen to them, or on any of the podcasts and listen to them.
That's
if you
right.
want.
That's right. You can listen to the actual,
Yeah.
Just so you know, my F's aren't bombs; they're strategically placed.
Oh wow! So okay, gotcha. So you're like an incursion.
Well,
B-52.
the other thing is, I never bring any to the show.
Yeah. You never bring any F-bombs to the show?
I never bring any F's to the show at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, okay.
You give none.
No.
Yeah.
I don't
all,
give 'em, I
I'm
don't
all
take
out
'em.
of them to give.
Yeah,
I
none
can
to
tell you
give.
that.
None to
I
give.
can tell you that. But you know what I'm not out of? Is a little Imperial Stout from Cincinnati, Ohio, from Wandering Monsters Brewing Company, and I love this bottle.
Viator Obscura
Viator
S'mores.
Obscura, which, by the way, is a very good video game that you must try. No, I'm kidding. It isn't. Although I have just gotten a video game called Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
Okay.
That I've just started. And it looks very interesting, but so far it moves very slow.
I,
need to-
uh,
need
Would
to
that come
play
from
a little.
PS Plus?
No, I bought this
Oh,
one.
okay.
So, yeah. I read great reviews. So
I
I
don't have a video game platform.
Really?
I've been considering it.
I
Yeah.
have one, but I also have a 16-year-old son.
Well, that's
So,
true.
in
So
a-
it's
in
really
another-
hard to get
So you don't
time
get a lot
on
of
it.
playing
yeah, it's
time,
Like,
is
I
what
don't
you're
get
saying.
a lot of playing time.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, what is it about kids that they're so good at? Like people go, oh, you should play this online game. It's free. I'm going, why? There's a 13-year-old in Keokuk, Iowa, that would kick my ass every time I try to play. That's not fun. Like you want to be competitive.
So part of my problem with video games too is, and I can enjoy a video game. Like I have Diablo on my computer. I have the newest one, Diablo 4. It's
have
hack and
Doom.
slash.
I have that. What is it? A Pac-Man. That's the one I have.
Well, no, I mean, I have the newest version of it too.
Yeah,
It's just last year.
Updated Doom.
Updated Diablo. Which it's a seriously interesting game because what you do is you go kill things. And when you're done killing things, you level up, and
That's
then
so
you can
unusual
kill,
for a video game.
and then you can kill bigger things, which you then go kill bigger things, and then you level up so you can go kill bigger things. And sometimes you collect things, which helps you level up so you can collect bigger things. See, it's a very complicated game.
Yeah.
Right?
The thing I've had to apply to my own playing of video games is the fact that I've had to understand that what happens in video games is not always what happens in real life. If I go out and race my car around and crash it into a light pole, I can't just jump into the one, that's next to it on the street.
But don't you love that?
And drive away. Oh, it's
That's
wonderful.
what I love about that game. You can just do that. You can run over the hooker and get your money back. I mean, that's how that works. That's how that works.
Yeah. And the other thing is that,
I feel like video games are teaching kids the wrong things.
in life, if you die, don't try to get your money back from the hooker. What kind of a country is this?
I mean, it's a little ghoulish to get.
Yeah. We'll have to see how Claire Obscura works
What
out.
does this show turn into?
No,
But
I mean,
so
hey,
far,
it's
did you
the best-
smell this
it's
beer?
the best
by the way,
game, though. I love to be on GTA and just like put on one of those great radio stations and then just
yeah.
drive down the freeway faster. And if you bump into somebody, it doesn't matter. Doesn't even set off a star. Just kind of knock somebody out of the way, or that motorcyclist that's right in front of you. They just move because you moved them.
What I love about those games is that if you scrape your car against something, you don't really care.
Yeah.
In real life, if you scrape your car against something, against a post coming out of the parking lot, you're like, oh my God, my life is over.
Yeah.
Have
And then this one,
you smelled this beer?
drive
I
into a
have not.
garage.
Ian's trying to get us back on track, and I appreciated that about him. Wow.
Dude, the nose on this beer is unbelievable.
It's a little boozy. It's a little chocolatey.
Yeah, it's big chocolatey.
It's
It's marshmallowy.
What can you? Oh my goodness! Before I say a word, what can you tell me about this beer? Yeah,
That might be one of the most decadent beers we've had on the show.
Amazing.
I'm just going to say one word: s'mores.
Yes.
Yeah. The graham crackeriness is
And a
so
marshmallow.
good. It says Born to Wander.
Wandering Monsters Brewing Company. This is Viator Obscura.
Ohio craft beer. Imperial Stout with marshmallows, graham cracker, and chocolate added. You can taste every one of those
It's
things.
so good too.
Coming in at 10.5%.
10.5.
And it is outstanding. This is so good.
It truly is. It's like, okay, we'll talk more about this in our final segment because this is worthy of some further discussion.
It also
This is
has the
amazing.
mouthfeel of motor oil. I love it.
Yeah. If I were going to drink motor oil, this is what I think.
Marshmallow motor oil.
It's like if it was slightly colder, it would have the mouthfeel of a smoothie.
Oh, I love it. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Talk more about this. It's Smoking and Toasting. Welcome back. It's Smoking and Toasting. Our program is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. And speaking of craft beer, man, we're enjoying a good one here. This is from Wandering Monsters Brewing Company. First time we've had a beer from them on the show, I believe. They're from Cincinnati, Ohio. This is their Imperial Stout called Viator Obscura.
This is
what else does it tell us about this
There's
beer?
nothing else on the.
So, but what do they say that it's supposed to be like?
Well, it says Imperial Stout with marshmallows, graham crackers, and chocolate added. That's it. And it's called s'mores.
Well, they nailed it. I can tell you.
Oh, they
that.
100% nailed it. Like I said, this is one of those beers. It's so big and so ridiculous. The mouthfeel is so ridiculous. It's one of those beers that no matter how cold you make it, it doesn't taste cold. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know if that even makes sense, but there's certain beers that are kind of like that. I know what
you're trying to say. This is one of those. I'm totally serious. You wait till you have a friend over. You open this, you share it, and you talk about it. It's as much about the story that you tell as it is about the beer, which itself is
It's
delicious.
so good.
Yeah, it's absolutely. Now, I'm going to try going back. I have not tried this yet. I'm going to try going back to the rum.
Oh, I did that once.
There's a certain sweetness. What, back to the rum?
Back to the rum, yeah.
That's going to be the title of my...
Back to the rum and around again.
That's going to be the title of my comeback
100%.
album, Back to the Rum. Yeah.
Back to the rum.
Was it Back to the Hotel? Was that a song in the 90s? Back to the Hotel.
sounds like-
Yeah. I believe it was, yeah. I don't remember who the band was. There were a lot of those.
It was also Detachable Penis was a song. in the
I
80s.
saw the Beavis and Butthead where they watched that the other day, and I just love that song, King Missile. I just love it's one of the best songs. So great.
My penis is detachable.
I like the way at the end that they wrap it up in that nice little thing where it says, though it sometimes might be a real pain in the ass, I enjoy having my detachable penis.
Yeah, exactly. It's somebody. This goes to show you, by the way, that some of the best moments in rock and roll culture most definitely happened when people were high. Because that's not a thing you would think about outside of that situation, right? Right?
Yeah, exactly.
You might think about other penis things, but you wouldn't think about it being detachable.
No.
Yeah, that's not the kind of thing that happens after Hold My Beer. That happens after here.
Exactly. And maybe that's why they want to ban the THC drinks. I don't know, but all I know is that
Because creative rock and roll.
yeah, because creative rock and roll.
creative.
We've got another almost year still left before those are officially banned. And if the law doesn't change, guess what I'm going to be doing in Specs next December? Stocking up, my friends. Yeah. That's what
Well, I'm
gonna
sure
do.
they'll do a really good job of making sure that nobody can get it anywhere. Because they've done such a good job with the whole marijuana in general,
you're right,
not
'cause-
being anywhere.
Yeah.
Nobody can get it.
Right,
It's
in
not
places where it's not legal,
Yeah,
there's no
it's
way to
absolutely.
score
so
it
I'm
anywhere.
sure that if they do that it's absolutely just going to be gone and no one will be ever be able to see it again.
All right. So I just went back to the rum, and I want to tell you it's a wonderful idea. Back to the rum is a good idea from this wonderful Wandering Monsters Imperial Stout.
Yeah, Back to the Rum works and Back to the Beer works. It actually, and it's a little bit neutral. It doesn't change much in either direction.
Yeah.
Right, but the rum feels like a little bit richer maybe once you go back to the rum from this. It just kind of brings out some of those flavors. I'm really enjoying this rum, by the way. And
It's quite good.
And I will tell you, the first time I tasted this, I thought, it's like pretty good. Like it wasn't something that I like really wanted to dig into. And now I'm like, oh, dig. do dig.
So, it's funny because the vanilla in this wasn't as obvious until you start drinking a little more.
Well,
of it.
and that's my favorite, I guess, flavor in the rum profiles. When something's got a lot of vanilla to it, that tends to be the kind of rums that I will,
But between that and the
towards.
beer, like the overall aftertaste in my mouth is vanilla.
Yeah, and that's a wonderful, wonderful thing. I like this beer a lot too. In fact, I got to find out where I can get some more of this. This is pretty darn good.
We're gonna have to road trip to Ohio.
So we had 3 very good beers.
And this
on the
came
show
from
today.
the whole getting it up there with Adam when you were visiting. This particular one came
this
as well?
this one was. I think I may have
Probably
gotten this off of
Tavor.
Tavor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's always interesting because you read if you have the Tavor app, which I really like, but if you have that, every beer that they describe sounds amazing.
Oh, they're real good at it.
Yeah, they're very, very good at writing those descriptions.
But truthfully, like, we haven't had a whole lot of bad beers from there. There's an occasion where we have one that's like, nah,
Yeah.
or maybe an IPA that you really like,
but
I
wasn't
don't because I have
wasn't your
good taste. I
love the subtle digs. He'll do that several times a show, maybe 3-4 times every show. He'll do those.
sometimes 6,
Yeah,
7
sometimes
times.
6, 7. Yeah. But this is all, like, joking aside, this is a very good beer.
Agreed.
And it's not, sometimes you get beers that are like, okay, it's like kind of like s'mores, it's kind of like marshmallow, and it's like, okay, they did a great job achieving the flavor, but I don't know how much of this I really want to drink.
No, this is
One
delicious.
where you're like, pour me more, sir. I come to you with tears in my eyes saying, sir,
And
pour me more beer.
even more unusual is how heavy the mouthfeel is. Like it's a ridiculous mouthfeel.
It's so
like
heavy
you
that
literally
it
tastes like you just took a bite of moose or something.
But
like
it's
that.
so heavy that when I go back to the rum, it seems thin.
Interesting.
It seems thinner than it did when I
that's
first
telling you
started
something.
drinking it. Yes.
I just want to say, we're hearing a lot right now about the fact that craft beer and other beer sales are on the decline, and they are. But I would venture to say one of the reasons they're on the decline is that not enough people have tried this one.
This is so
If,
good.
if more people tried this one, craft beer might not be declining in sales the way.
I don't know what you expect out of a beer, but this is something different completely.
and in such a wonderful way too. This makes me really want a cigar.
Do you think it'll go well with the beverage of mystery? Do you want to try that together?
I think not. In fact, I would go so far as to say there's nothing that goes well with that beverage of mystery.
Shaquille really missed it on that three-point.
Yeah. I'm sorry. That wasn't like a Shaquille three-pointer. That was like a Shaquille free throw. It's like, forget it. The chances are only like 28% it was going to hit anyway. So, love you, Shaq. You were an amazing athlete, great player, but free throws were not your strongest thing. Well, listen, this has been a fun show. I'm excited, and we're on location next week. Tell me a little bit about where we're
We're
going.
going to be at For the Culture Brewing.
And I don't know a lot
next
about
week.
them. So
I don't know a whole lot about it either, but we're going to find out.
We'll find out, and I'm excited.
So we got a little taste of this from our friend Daniel, who was here doing the homebrew, and had the ant beer. Remember which they actually had on tap at For the Culture.
Yeah. So I'm hoping they have more than just ant beer on tap.
The ant beer was pretty good, though.
I will say this. If you show up at a brewery and they have more than one beer on tap that's made from ants, that might be one of those red flags that we mentioned
But
earlier.
if they have one, try it.
Yeah, go for it. Have a great week, my friends. This has been great fun. Thank you for being here for Smoking and Toasting. And until we meet again, my friends, cheers, y'all.
There she goes.